let's do a post-travel reset. So I just got back from a weekend trip for my mom's birthday. So I flew out to Chicago to celebrate it with her, and it was so much fun. But I flew back in and then went straight back to work the next morning, and my flight came in super late. So I haven't really had a chance to do my normal like unpacking and resetting after traveling. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you what I do when I get back from a trip to try to get back into the groove of my regular life. I did break my one rule I have before I travel, which is to clean the house and make sure the house is in order before I leave. I did not do that this time because I was rushing around trying to pack in time. I was packing after work, trying to get it done and then leave the next morning for my flight. So I just didn't have a chance to, but I especially want to reset because I'm going on another trip next weekend. So I really want to like unpack, do all my laundry and kind of do that cleaning that I mentioned now. And that way when my trip does come up, because I am again leaving, like I have work and I have to pack and then I'm leaving the next morning. So I want to make sure that the rest of it is all in order now so that when I do have to pack and everything, it's really easy and I'm not like looking for stuff. But hi, if you're new to my channel, my name's Katie. I make lots of Disney and lifestyle vlogs, so if that's your kind of thing, make sure you subscribe. But whenever I make a reset video for like my monthly resets or any type of productive reset video, I'm always making a matcha. So it only feels right that we start out by making a matcha, and then I'll kind of get into what's on the agenda for the reset. I kind of raved about this matcha in one of my last videos, but it's literally so good. It's strawberry matcha and it has like real strawberry powder in it. But when you mix it up, it just smells very strongly of strawberries, but it's like perfectly sweet and it's just so good. So I highly recommend trying it out. Now that I'm down here sitting on the floor, I realize I haven't sat on the floor for video in such a long time because now I have like this beautiful office and I usually sit there or in my chair, and I just haven't like done a video sitting from the floor in a while, but it just felt like the right video to do it. But anyway, on the agenda for my reset, so like I said, I typically like to clean before I go. Didn't do that, so we're gonna do some of that today. First and foremost, I need to unpack my suitcase. If I don't unpack my suitcase the day that I get home, like do it right away, it will sit there packed up for weeks. So typically I do like to do that the day I get home, but I didn't have time. So we're gonna first and foremost unpack the suitcase and start laundry, since that kind of takes a while and it can kind of go while we're doing the other stuff. And then because I was like scrambling to pack, my bedroom is kind of a mess, and I've showed my dresser situation before, but basically whenever I have clean clothes that I don't have time to put away, I toss them on top of the dresser. So now the dresser is like full of clothes because I was trying to decide like what to wear to my mom's party and like all this stuff. We definitely need to sort out that room so that when I do go to pack for my next trip, which is going to be a really fun trip, and I am going to vlog it, so stay tuned for that. But I want to make sure that when I go to pack for my next trip, I can find everything is clean. So I'm going to start laundry, work on cleaning up my bedroom, and then I'm also going to clean up the bathroom area, specifically like the vanity, just because it's kind of messy and like I'm half unpacked with my toiletries because obviously like I needed my toothbrush and all that kind of stuff out of my bag. So I like half unpacked it. I'm going to sip on this matcha and then we'll get to unpacking this suitcase. And I'm pretty sure it's like 99% just full of dirty clothes, so it should be pretty easy. Even though I am literally packing in just a couple of days for another trip, I'm gonna put my suitcase away just to help me feel like there was at least some normalcy between trips. So I do typically put my under the seat bag, which is this Vera Bradley Weekender. I put that in my carry-on and then I zip this up and then I put the carry-on inside the medium-sized away bag. Maybe I won't get out the away bag completely and I'll just kind of put this away and tuck it into the closet with the other bag, just so it's a little bit easier to get out when I do have to pack for my next trip. So this is kind of how I store everything, and I usually put it in that closet over there. Now that we've got the laundry going, let's address my bedroom. But I'll kind of show you what I'm working with and the tornado that happened when I was frantically trying to pack for my last trip. So it's just kind of chaotic. It's not that bad. It's kind of bad. But basically, I've talked about it before. This is my version of the chair. So everyone has that one chair in their room where you kind of put things that aren't quite dirty enough to go onto the floor yet, but they're also not clean enough to put away. So this is my version of the chair where I kind of have things that are like sort of been worn. Some of them haven't. Some of them just kind of ended up here because of my chaotic packing. But I really need to reorganize my jewelry over here. Like I have all my jewelry out that I like took out from my Disney trip because it was in there for my Disney trip, and then I wanted to repack it for my last trip. So I want to kind of pack everything into the big one so that I can use one of these as my travel case for my next trip. So just kind of, you know, putting all, obviously I'm not going to bring my Stitch earrings to my next trip, so I want to put all that stuff away. Some of this stuff I have listed on Poshmark. A lot of it though just needs to be put away, honestly. Most of this is clean. Like this I was trying on, maybe thinking about wearing to my mom's party, but I decided not to, so I just tossed it up there. I also have a whole thing of clean laundry that can get put away. It is folded. It was folded at one point, but I was digging through it to find stuff. And then I also chaotically pulled out my winter stuff while I was trying to pack because I realized that all my winter stuff was still in the garage. So I had my husband bring this up while I was packing too, so I could also switch out my winter clothes for my summer clothes. I think we start by just doing the clean clothes, putting those away, and I think that'll make it feel a lot better in here, and kind of switching out the winter clothes for the summer clothes. It's always hard for me to put my summer clothes away, especially because I'm going to Disney in a couple months, so I'm gonna need some of that stuff. So honestly, it's just gonna be unloading a lot of my sweaters and putting away the stuff that I'm absolutely sure I'm not gonna wear in Disney. That way I don't have to pull the bin out again. But I think it's gonna feel much better in here once I get all this stuff just kind of situated, and I don't actually think it's gonna take very long. It's kind of just a matter of time of like setting aside like 5 or 10 minutes to just do it, and I think I'll feel a lot better. So let's do it. Okay, this is much, much better. I still don't really know what to do with the things that I have listed on Poshmark. I could probably put them down here in the closet maybe. Ignore Kermit's legs just awkwardly dangling out. I also probably have some room in here. Maybe I'll do that. That way I actually know where they are, because sometimes what happens is when they finally sell, I can't find them, and that's always a bummer. So I'm gonna put them in there just so they're all in one place. But it's feeling so much better in here already. Let's move on to the bathroom. So much better. Here's your after. So clean, so organized. I think one last thing I want to do is just clean up my office, just because it's a room I use a lot, and when it's in disarray, it makes me feel like my life is in disarray. So we're gonna finish it off by kind of cleaning up my desk area and my office. It's really not that bad. I honestly just want to kind of like clean up this desk area. I just have like some stuff out that I haven't really put away from, honestly, from my last Disney trip, like this bag, and my camera is still out. I've been kind of using that one, but right now I'm filming on my G7X. So I haven't just gotten around to putting some of this stuff away. So I think it'll be pretty quick, but I think once this is done, I'm gonna feel so much better and so much more like my life is together. So let's get this all cleaned up. So that is it for my post-travel reset. Sometimes I get really sad when I'm done traveling, like when I have things to look forward to, and then I come back to regular life, and like especially if nothing else is coming up. So I didn't really get it this time because I have a really exciting trip coming next week, but I feel like sometimes I get like really sad, and I know I'm not the only one who gets this, so I feel like it's good to get back into your regular life by kind of getting everything together. I feel like it makes it less chaotic. Like sometimes when I come back from especially like a Disney trip, I'm like so sad that I just like don't unpack my suitcase, because I feel like if I unpack my suitcase then it's like real, the trip is over, which I know is ridiculous, but it actually feels really good once you actually do it. So I do feel like when you get home, going to the grocery store, making sure you're set up for the week, cleaning your house, and especially if your house is already clean when you get home, I feel like that helps so much. Unpacking your suitcase, organizing, I feel like it just makes you feel so much better about being done with your vacation. So I hope this video was helpful for you. I think for my next video, I'm gonna do like a travel with me. I travel solo kind of a lot, and I just thought I'd kind of share my tips, so stay tuned for that. I think I'll leave the reason I'm traveling maybe a surprise, but it is really fun and I am gonna be vlogging it. But I really hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next video.